It is a sunny but cool afternoon in the town of Denu. Omega Amesimeku, after a hard day's week at his farm, is reclining under his mango tree, his customary position. He is suddenly awakened by a sound of cries and tears and shrills, apparently from a female. Right before his eyes at his entrance, he finds that his daughter, Fafali, was running towards him. He falls at his feet and she even cries louder. Amesimeku is surprised to find Fafali here this afternoon, because known to him, Fafali has been living with her husband, Komla, in the city of Accra for the past 10 years. She occasionally visits, but this visit was one that he, Omega, was not expecting. The story Fafali tells his father is shocking as it is terrifying. Fafali says that she's no longer interested in his marriage with Komla. Her reason is that she just discovered that Komla has been in an intimate and sexual affair with their stepdaughter, Enam. Enam, coincidentally, is Fafali's daughter from her first marriage. The story, in the ears of Omega Amesimeku, is shocking and terrifying. He arranges, therefore, in time to have the family of Komla meet. The family would, of course, want to find out one key fact. Is it true that Komla has been in an amorous and sexual intimate affair with his stepdaughter, Enam? The answer to this question, obviously, will have consequences for the success of the marriage between Komla and Omega's daughter, Fafali. The D-Day arrives, and the entire principal members of the family are gathered. Central to this concept or this idea that they have to resolve will be other questions. This allegation that Fafali makes, are there proofs to that? Can she supply evidence to that? The evidence will mean that, are there witnesses? How did she come by that discovery? They will be interested in knowing all these things. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll come back to the story of Fafali and Komla at a later time. Hello. A big and a hearty congratulations to all of you who were successful in the 2024 Ghana School of Law entrance exam. So now you are in part 1. Law school is interesting, but for many, it can be a daunting task because of the sheer volume of work, the many cases that you have to pore over, and the fear of failing in the end-of-year exam. But do not despair. That is why we are here. On the 2nd and 3rd of November, on online, we are going to commence our prep class. This prep class is designed to take you through all the courses in part 1, evidence, civil, ADR, you name it, just to make sure that you have a smooth sailing and a smooth landing in your end-of-year exam. If you have registered, kudos to you. If you haven't done that, take advantage. Reach us on 0540-550-541. See you. But it illustrates one fact. Many times when there are disputes, and some of these disputes may end up in court, there will always be a point of contest, a point of disagreement between these two parties. That is why they have brought it to a platform to have that matter resolved. In the resolution process, there has to be a system that allows us to establish the truth or otherwise of the claim of one person or the other. This is what we call in law, the law of evidence. So under the law of evidence, we will seek to understand what exactly is proof. Who carries the duty or burden to prove a matter? What are the kinds of evidence that are acceptable by the court? What do we mean by admissibility of evidence? What also do we mean by the relevance of evidence? Who qualifies to be a witness in a matter? What makes a witness competent? And several other questions. Remember, trials and resolutions of processes may come in twofold. We may have civil trials, and we also may have criminal trials. And therefore, the kind of evidence that is preferred may be similar in one breath, but in other times, they may be unique in their own. Throughout our study in the series of the law of evidence, we'll come to understand all these things, and we'll become better equipped with the skills that is needed in winning the game of litigation. Once again, I welcome you to our exciting series and discussion on the law of evidence.